Hello YouTube, it's me, Dale B, here again with another video. This one was from two live streams, one on April 4th and one on April 5th of 2020. The character in the video is Ingrid from Fire Emblem 3 Houses. This is the time skip version, so hopefully anyone who wanted to play the game has, and this isn't a spoiler. So this is also part of the Draw 6 fan art meme that's been going around. I still have a bunch of characters that I need to work on for it, but I really liked how this one of Ingrid came out, so that's why I made the video. I recorded audio earlier, but it was rather staticky, and I really don't know why, because my mic setup is all the same. But I'm hoping maybe this time it'll be a bit better since I cleared out my hard drive. I think maybe it was because I was running out of space. It was saving at a lower quality, perhaps. I don't know. I'm just trying out different things to figure things out. For this video and this art, once again, I'm doing more of a painterly style where I'm painting on top of the sketch. This way I'm not constrained by a line art and I can change things as I feel like it. Though I guess you could change things as you feel like it in any art, but this just makes it kind of easier to do that. So yeah, it's just testing away, experimenting. I think I might stick with this way for a little bit just because it's fun. I do think it looks a bit rougher, so it depends on what look you're going for, whether this is a good idea or not. I think you can make it like really smooth and nice looking, but I feel like it takes more effort and time than it's worth. And that's if you want like a really smooth, shiny look. I'm content with this more rough looking style for this type of art. I played Fire Emblem 3 Houses last fall after I bought it on a whim, after a really bad day where my anxiety peaked. I was having a really bad day, so I just decided to buy it on a whim in hopes that like maybe I would feel better if I just like absorbed myself into a game. The anxiety like went away and everything. That's just how life is. Sometimes you just get anxious. But I did have a lot of fun with the game. So far I've only played one route, and that's Blue Lions, because Dimitri, basically. I'm not gonna lie, Dimitri, he's a good boy. 10 out of 10. So Ingrid is one of the Blue Lions characters, so I was really familiar with her. I'm actually really familiar with most of the characters because I went extreme mode when playing it for the first time. I recruited every character except for two. Leone, I think her name was, the girl who's obsessed with Byleth's dad. That girl I wasn't able to recruit, and Raphael. But then everyone else that you're able to recruit, I recruited, so they're all mine. Like, no child gets left behind. So no issues there, but actually there was an issue there because I spent so much time focusing on trying to recruit everyone. I didn't do some of the paralogs. So in my first playthrough of Blue Lions, I was hit in the face. Not when we find out that Dimitri becomes this like shell of his former self, but when I find out Dedu died. He died saving Dimitri. And then I was like, oh my gosh, oh no. I thought it was a joke at first, and I thought like, okay, he's gonna come back. They can't just like make him not come back. This is that type of game, but I was like, no, he's gotta come back. It's gotta come back. He never came back, and then I felt so bad that on my second playthrough that I started, I'm still doing Blue Lions because I wanna, make amends. Make sure I do everything I need to make sure Dedu doesn't die this time, because he did not deserve that. He didn't deserve that. But And that's what happened the first playthrough because I was so busy trying to recruit everyone. Like, my favorite recruits that are like my official honorary Blue Lions house members are Bernadetta and Lindhart. Those two were like the first two characters that got recruited, and they actually came to my classroom on a random day during the week and were like, let me join your house. And I was like, awesome, yeah. So it was really special because they like came to me. I guess I badgered them enough in game that instead of waiting for the day off for me to badger them again, they came to me and were like, let me in. So I did, and that was nice. So games like Fire Emblem Three Houses are pretty fun for me. I've always been a JRPG fan and like the strategy games. I get like really obsessed with like the stats and building up the characters. Unfortunately, as far as strategy games go, I am part of the percentage that plays it no thought version. You just overpower your team and beat the other guys up. So not the most strategy, I would say, but it's just one way of playing. I always get my characters overpowered. I think by the end, I don't know what normally the level should be of characters, but when I played the first ending, I think my characters were like nearly level 60, which really wasn't needed, but was it helpful? Yeah, it was helpful. That's the point of being overpowered after all. Because I recruited so many characters, I actually, like, even though I don't know, like, one for one what happened to Edelgard, because I recruited Linthia, I don't know if I'm pronouncing your name right, I kind of get what probably happened to Edelgard because of the same hair color. So that was interesting. I think they did a good job of making all the characters pretty, sympathetic. I mean, if that's what you want out of a game, that's good. Sometimes I think it's nice to have like the really big bad character that's like evil no matter what, but if you want some like gray morality, it was really good. I personally would have liked to have seen that big bad, that big evil that everyone would have to fight against. I'm okay with what they did. However, I feel like a lot of the conflict could have been solved if characters had just spoke to each other. Like, it's not that hard to like talk to people. But I feel like you wouldn't have had the fun game of war and strategy if they had talked things out and learned to understand each other before things got bad. But it's the same thing with shoujo manga. I'm not a big fan of those miscommunication things where everything could have been solved if people had just spoke to each other. Like, I felt that Dimitri, he just didn't know anything. And I felt like maybe if he had known things sooner, he wouldn't have, like, even lashed out to the extreme he did, because as far as he is aware, this one situation was super evil. And he didn't know there was anyone manipulating it behind the scenes. And I just feel like if he had just known that there was more to the situation than he thought, I feel like some of the conflict could have been avoided. I feel like if he had known the truth, things could have ended up differently, and maybe things wouldn't have gotten to the point they did, but that wouldn't have made for as good of a story as what the story they gave us was. Anyway, the video is almost over, so I'm gonna cut my audio around here. I hope you enjoyed the rest of the video. Thanks for watching again. Thanks for listening to all my babbling. I don't really know what would be a good topic to talk about, so sometimes I just babble about the series I like. But if you have any requests on topics you'd like me to discuss, feel free to leave them in the comments. Just let me know, because otherwise I will just be talking about either my thought process behind the art, my thoughts on the character or the story that the character's from, or just random things related to the process of making the video, like how things got corrupted and I was very sad. So I'll see you in the next video, and I hope you have a good day. Signing off. Bye.